Alright, welcome to Raising Funds for World Domination, day number 282. So, for the daily update, today is Saturday, so there's no updates on the anticipated appeal from the landlord. So, I guess tomorrow will be the start of February. So I got some papers back in November. I think it was November 13th or something. Yeah, we're going on over 3 months now. I guess a little bit less than 3 months. But yeah, we'll see if we'll keep an eye out for new updates on that. As for the sponsored block type, so there's, I think, one remaining sponsored block type in the Shopify Store available, and once that is sold, then I have to add some more. And there's, I think, one that was purchased the other night that I need to add to the game. And as for work on the next long form video, this one, there's a lot of details in this one. So I've been working on this one for the better part of the last month. And today was a very productive day. There are some days when everything goes wrong and you don't get anything done, but today was the opposite. Today was a very productive day. I did some filming, and everything, it recorded right. I brought the right equipment. The weather was good. So yeah, that put me ahead, and at this point, I'm thinking optimistic, maybe in 3 days. Maybe 3 days of work, I could maybe be able to release. Okay, in terms of the block mining simulation game, tonight we will continue working on the block mining game. I guess 27th. So we'll run, let's check the log. So the arc of development I'm working on is to implement multiplayer to build a system where I can have multiple connections to different worlds at once. That'll be for testing, and also just to kind of make the whole thing generic, and that'll also allow me to do local testing with basically I can test all the functionality of multiplayer locally. So I'll connect to I can do 2 map connections with different players at the same time on screen at once. So single player version is working. Let's make sure the server works. So I guess the last few streams I've just been trying to refactor in, remove complexity, remove all these setters and getters and stuff. And tonight I think I will consolidate some of the WebSocket connection code. Alright, multiplayer client is working. So the next thing to work on, so server thread launcher. I'm going to try to get these methods moved into the following class. Client endpoint. Interesting. So how do these get called? Block manager endpoint. David Oswald. It's incredible how you can keep discipline a long time. Yep, gotta keep working. Gotta keep grinding. Gotta keep reaching for the stars. You can't, I mean, if I quit, nobody's gonna take my world domination plan seriously. Okay, maybe I can't actually merge this. Or maybe I can. This is why I don't like annotations in Java. It makes everything so much more complicated. Need to program something in my free time. Also, good luck with that. Thank you. Hate Spring security for all the configuration for simple endpoints. Yeah, honestly, I try to learn. I try to actually learn Spring, but like some of the documentation and like the way things are designed in Spring, like I use it because it's pretty standard and it seems that there's not many other competitors, but it actually seems like it was designed by like a legitimately insane person. The way things are so like convoluted and complicated, it just seems like there's unnecessary complexity, but important things it doesn't support. I don't know, it's hard to describe. The annotations for me, that introduces so much extra confusion. And like for setting up database connections, it was like the standard pattern used to be to set up these stupid like XML files with the database information, and then you have to like have this .application.properties file, so like all this information about your database is in 5 different files and stuff. But then I found eventually like you don't even need any of those, you could just do it in code. Which I guess maybe the reason it was done that way is because of like when you go to a production system, you probably want to swap out like a config file, but it just added so much complexity. So I guess this would be more complicated than I thought it would be. From my mind. Currently, I use two AI. Yeah, AI would be good for, I guess, scanning the vast documentation and Stack Overflow posts for debugging these Spring issues. Giordani says, hello there. How's it going? How are you? I am good. Today was a productive day. How are you? So I guess the next simplification will be to move this into the connection method. I guess what I can do I realize I have huge gaps in my math knowledge. Don't know how to represent fractions on Cartesian plane. Representing fractions on a Cartesian plane. I guess I haven't really thought about. I guess I could try to think about an interpretation of that. I don't think I ever did something that was specifically called representing fractions on a Cartesian plane. It sounds like it would probably have a simple interpretation. Maybe with like triangles or something. Just put a point. I know how to get a simplified version of the fraction. That's supposed to help. But even with, I don't get how to put it. I'm not sure. It's something I'd have to Google. I haven't. Representing fractions on a Cartesian plane. I would think it was just like something with using triangles. Your transmissions are really relaxing, like ASMR. Excellent. I'm glad there is a niche for this content. So I think the next simplifications might be to try and make progress with what I was trying to accomplish originally with these world connection classes. My coordinates 9/5. Yeah, I'm sure if you Google it, you'll find some good images. That's the best way to understand math. That kind of math I find visually. How could you select text with VR or in Vim? Just press the V key. So I just press V, and then as I move the cursor around, it selects it. And there's a few other actions, like I can go, if I type VI, and then I type 1 parenthesis, it'll automatically select everything in the parentheses. Or if I go inside of some text here, and I go VI double quote, then it selects everything between the double quotes. And if you have or if I do VI brace, now I get everything between the braces in this function. No problem. KB Trek says hello. How's it going? always be worse. Check the streams every now and then. Though I have little to no idea what's actually happening. Don't program, but enjoy your unrelated videos. Well, thank you for the support. Emriten Shiv Astava I7B says K. Well, I'm glad you think that. Oh wow, we got a super chat. Nice. 282 USD. Thank you very much to KP Trek. The power of an attractive terminal. Yeah, I guess that's what people see when they look at the stream. They see someone programming, and they think, hey, I'll click on that and see what they're doing. Yeah, I guess you have no idea what's actually happening, but I guess I should explain the concept. So I'm currently developing a terminal-based video game where you wander around an infinite procedurally generated universe, and you can mine blocks of various types of iron ore. I'm currently working on generalizing things to add like a multiplayer version. So here we are navigating around. I spam the M key. I'm mining some of these blocks. Then I go down my inventory. I can scroll around here. And then I can open a crafting menu. I can craft some new items. So I can craft a better pickaxe. And now I can mine out to a larger radius. And that's the basic game loop. Yeah, at the moment, just thinking about how to simplify and generalize all of this. I think what I'm stuck on here is I would need a reference within this class, within this session interface class. It would need some kind of reference to so the client needs a reference to the server and vice versa. Wormy Yells says, I donate, but you're going to implement Canada's legal system. Once you're emperor, are there emperors in the sea? I donate, but you're gonna implement Canada's legal system. Once you're emperor, yeah, you gotta have a good legal system. Other emperors in the sea. I'm not sure what that means. Or they'll be thrown in the sea. It's hard to interpret chat sometimes. It's like a free association game. That's cool. I've seen a glance of it in past streams. The only terminal-based game I've ever played is Warsim. Maybe this will be second. once in some time. Yeah, there's if there's a link in the description to the GitHub repo, so you can clone it. And you're actually, since you super chatted, you now have a license to legally play the game. And there's a couple YouTube videos on my channel that talk about a bit more about the game. I need to do another video actually, but busy with other stuff. Sorry, don't know what I typed. I don't know when I typed K and sent. Maybe you were using Vim. Oh yeah, I had a thought. Actually, I was thinking about this today. I think what this needs is the following. Technically talking with people from all around the world at the same time. Sounds complicated. Yeah, it's talking to chat is it's definitely in a way it's intellectually stimulating, because when I look at stuff, there's like if you're talking to someone in person, there's way more visual cues, but when you talk to someone in chat, there's the list of options is the person's making a joke, the person's crazy, which is a common one. Person's they also got to be intoxicated. That's I think another big one that doesn't always come through. Is people like if you're talking to someone who's obviously drunk, you can like interpret things they say in a different way. But if you're just looking at chat, and of course that's a common thing to do, is just be out of your mind on the computer to relax. Then it's also bots. Bots come in and just start talking about crazy stuff. Then there's the fact that there's always like 3 conversations going on at the same time. So people will say stuff, and they'll make like a joke about something someone else said, but then I think they're talking about a different thing. So then I'm like, is this that doesn't make any sense? Is this person crazy? And then I realize, they're talking about this other thing. They're not crazy. Sorry, for asking, what does it mean? Raising funds for world domination. There's a link. So my full world domination plans, I have a detailed plan. If you check the link in the description, that'll answer all the questions about the world domination plans. So maybe this one. What's up, Bobby? Haven't seen you in a while. Not too much. Just working on the old block mining simulation game. Okay, I think maybe the next step will be make a wrapper class for the WebSocket connection details. What's your favorite Linux command today? So many to choose from. The git command is pretty good. I need to do a video on that. There's so many really good Linux commands that I haven't done videos on, but just not enough hours in the day. It's cool, but 12 billion? Yeah, it's it's going to be expensive, so I don't want to raise too little money and then promise everyone the moon. I better I gotta reach for the stars. Make sure the project is overfunded to guarantee success. Get video would be great. Yeah, and I could do if I did a shorts video, it wouldn't have a lot of detail in it. Yeah, I could do a more in-depth one, but I don't know, the amount of time, the ROI. It's so much work to make good videos, but then the amount of money they make is not enough. Strata Mesh says, hello, Robert. Ho got het. Is that a different language? Ho got het? I don't know. I can't. It sounds like. Well, yeah, it's a question. There's a question mark there, but I don't know what it says. Okay, the WebSocket wrapper class works. Sorry, it's. How are you? Oh, was that just a typo, or was is there a standard, like for reading that? It makes me think it's like a Dutch, or like a Norwegian language or something. Why don't you do some other think or work to achieve this goal? Some job or some business. And also, you are great with computer, as I see. What is your motivation behind this project? Well, I have a business. This is what my business today looks like after I started my business in 2014. Started doing software consulting and contract software development. And over time, the reliability of that, it became increasingly clear that that's not a reliable way to grow revenue. So I branched out, experimented, and now I am here today. And if you want to see my entire story, you can watch some of my other videos where I have talk a lot more about my business history and insights. sense. I guess I'll move that connect out. Robert, I'm incredibly proud of you doing these live streams, basically every single night, every single day. Massive dedication. Huge respect. And yes, it is Dutch. Oh, is that actually Dutch? Yeah, no, I'm trying to think if have I seen that before? Do you know any other languages? For a little while, I tried to learn German. I did French immersion back in the day, but I kind of basically forgot all of my French because I never use it. When I was way back in the day, when I played like World of Warcraft. When I was a teenager, I tried to learn German, so I listened to these radio stations German radio stations, while I was playing WoW. And after a while, I felt like I still didn't really understand what I was listening to, but I became like very. I could like. I felt I was like very able to like isolate the words that they were saying, and I kind of got to the point where I felt like I was fading in and out of being like, oh, okay, I almost understand what they're talking about. But then I stopped doing that and I forgot everything. It's a lot of work to learn another language. I've decided I'll just stick with the one I know and focus on being productive in other endeavors. Okay, multiplayer client works. So now Do you edit all your videos? Yes, I do. For a lot of them, there's too much. I like to put what I want in the video. The process of like communicating to someone else what I want in the video would be like almost as much work as just doing it myself. I guess if I made simpler content, if I just made like talking head video or like a react to stuff all day. What are you doing right now? I am working on building a terminal-based video game where you can simulate the process of mining blocks of iron ore. See, I guess maybe I could just delete these changes. At the moment, I think I have to. I'm gonna have to rethink what I'm doing. I can show you a demo. All right, let's just delete that. So I'll just compile it here. Alright, so here's what the game looks like. So you wander around an infinite procedurally generated universe. You spam the M key to mine blocks. Blocks show up in your inventory down here. And then you can also open a crafting menu. And then you can craft, or I guess I probably have no reagents, but you can craft some better pickaxes. Probably already have some. Here we go, stone pick. And now when I press M, it mines out to a larger radius. And the language it's written in is Java. And there's this is an artifact of. I'm currently migrating it from like a single player only thing to an architecture that should work with multiplayer. So that's I have to fix that after I finish some of the front-facing client code. But yeah, that's the project. There's going to be capacity of players. I guess however many in a sport. I guess I'm not sure how much. I'm not sure what the limit is for like a number of open connections in Tomcat server. But I think from experience, from like one standard, non-beefy server, like a couple thousand players or a couple thousand socket connections is not unrealistic. have to install that. Looks cool. Yeah, there's a link to the GitHub. It's all on GitHub right now. But unless you have a license to play it, you can only have the trial version for 30 days. And after that, you have to delete it. Or you can buy a sponsored block type in my online store. So what I think I need to do, I need to move this .connect method outside of this. So that should be like in the outside, in like the main method. But if I do that, will this create race conditions? Yeah, I guess I'll have to have. Yeah, I'll probably be able to do that. So this will be added after the class is launched, and then I'll have to call this method. Why not? Subscription to play the game? I can always introduce that. At the moment, well, if I had a subscription, like a monthly subscription, it would have to be, you'd have to get something for it. I mean, theoretically, I could, if I had the multiplayer and have like a hosted server somewhere, then I could, like maybe probably the easiest way would be just say like, become a member on Patreon or something for like at the $1 a month tier, and that'll give you a license to play. Your world domination plan is a meme, right? Or you take it seriously? I don't know. I think it's pretty serious. I think it's a good plan, don't you? Well, I'm too far into my hour, and my daily hour is already over. I haven't done a lot of coding today, but there's this is so, to make this work with a single and multiplayer, so tangled. I think I can make this work. And the way to do it is going to be to pull this out, the WebSockets communication processor, and the .connect method. .connect method will either take a WebSockets connection parameters, or it'll take a server context. And if I take a server context, if I call the .connect method with a type of server context, then this will be set up. Those 6 lines will be in the connect method instead of out here. And that'll pretty much take care of a lot of the clutter in here. And then eventually all this like thread setting up and stuff, that'll just be in a method in the block manager thread collection class. All right, I guess I'll leave it there for tonight. We'll be back again tomorrow night, and I will try to make another little dent in this, into cleaning this up. It's taken a long time to rearrange all this, but it's definitely more clean than it was. But all right, that'll be it for tonight. So we'll be back again tomorrow night for day 283. Have a good night.